Hello and welcome back to the Hogfather YouTube channel. Well, here I am, sort of on my boat. Well, I'm next to my boat in my garden. This, some of you may know, is my new engine. Obviously I used to have the 60 converted to a 70 Evinrude VRO, but this little beauty came available, so I snapped her up. It's a low hours Tohatsu, let me get this exactly right, MD90C. So that's the Tohatsu TLDI. It's a direct injection, 90 horsepower. Cracking engines. I've been after one of these for a long while. This is the C model, one of the last ones made. It's physically huge, but it's all casing really. The B model was a lot narrower, and it's the same engine, it's just got a bigger casing. There's a slight difference in the injection, slightly higher pressure, but apart from that, it was done to meet the emissions increases in 2008 or something around them dates. But yeah, that's my new engine. So what's the purpose of this video? Well, it's a new engine on my boat, so I've got to get the prop right. I've got to have the right prop for this boat. So as you know, it's a Sea Hog Samurai, and I need to have the right prop. So it's a question I get asked so many times. I get sent messages. I've got a Sea Hog Sea Trooper, I've got a 60 horsepower outboard, what size prop do I need? It's not enough information. It's trial and error. Everybody has different stuff on the boat. Everybody has they carry different things. They have heavier people on it, they carry more people. The weight that you're carried on your boat is all different. But I'm going to do this video today and try and explain the science behind getting the right propeller for your boat. Right, first thing you need is you need to know the wide open throttle or max throttle range of your engine. Now, on my engine, and on most engines, if you go to this little sticker on the side, it will give you a throttle range. I know a lot of the Mercuries, Mariners, they're 5,500 to 6,000, but on this Tohatsu we have a full throttle range of 5,150 to 5,850. Right, we've got this information, but you know, what is it? Now, that tells you where you should be when you're flat out, when your engine is trimmed up to about right area. It's a flat, calm day, you're full throttle. You need to be in between those two parameters. If you're not, you are either over revving your engine, which is bad, or you're under revving your engine and labouring your engine, again bad. Now, to put that into another term, you wouldn't drive down the motorway in your car in second gear, redlining it all the way, would you? It's just no. Again, you wouldn't drive round town in top gear, sixth gear. No, you wouldn't do 20 mile an hour in sixth. Why are you doing it with your engines? There's so many people in our boat club, so many people have boats for years and they're flat out and they're reaching 4,000 revs. That's like going up a really steep hill in top gear. You are straining your engine constantly. Your propeller is too big. If you're not reaching high enough revs, your propeller is too big. On the back side of that, if you're hitting your rev limiter or right at the top of that range, or even exceeding it, the propeller is too small. So what is the science behind getting the right propeller? Now, luckily I got two propellers with this boat. The one in my hand, which is a Solus. Now, I don't know whether you're going to be able to see this, but that on there says 13.2 times 19. Right, so what does that mean? the 13.2 is the diameter of your propeller. So if you were to draw a circle around that propeller, it would be 13.2 inches. Fair enough, straightforward, very basic. What's the other one? 19. Well, that's the pitch. That is what's known as the pitch of your prop. So again, for every one turn of this propeller, theoretically this propeller will travel 19 inches forward. So it's a 19-inch prop, one turn, 19 inches forward. Prop on here is a 15, so for every one turn of the prop, the theoretical distance that propeller will go is 15 inches forward. Right, now ignore the diameter for a while, because you've got to get the pitch right to your revs. When you change the pitch on a propeller, when you go up to a 19 from a 15, your propeller gets naturally smaller because the pitch is it's bigger. So on this propeller, let me just see it. This one is 13 3/4 inches by 15, so that's a 15 pitch, and the diameter's 13 3/4. So that is physically a bigger prop but smaller pitch. So this will make my engine rev faster than a 19. So there's your 19, there's your 15. Now that will make my engine turn faster because there's less pitch, there's less momentum going forward. So roughly the science behind it is, for every inch of pitch, your revs will go up or down approximately 200 revs. Now ignore the diameter, because if you order a 19, it'll become 13.2. if you order a 15, it'll come 13 3/4. They're sort of set, so you can't really change that. What you are ordering is the correct pop for your engine and the correct pitch for your wide open throttle. So let's do a little bit of an instance here. If I went out in this boat with this 15 pitch on and I was hitting 6,400 revs, that means I'm higher than I want to be, because I don't want to be any higher than 5,850. So I need to increase my pitch, and I need to get it down around 550. So technically I want to come down 3 inches of pitch. Now most propeller manufacturers, for the engine, the pitches go up in twos. So 15, 17, 19, 21, or if you're a Suzuki it'll be 16, 18, 20, but whatever it comes in, it's the same basis. Right, so what does this mean? So in layman's terms, if I want to decrease my revs, I increase my pitch. If I want to increase my revs, I decrease my pitch. So if I'm at 6,000 on a 15 and I want to come down 800 revs, I go to 900. For every inch of pitch, it's about 200 RPM. So I hope that makes sense. Now the other factor we have to play with is how many blades we have on our prop. Now, believe it or not, the most efficient propeller is 2 blades. Nobody has 2 blades on their engines, and it's really just for sheer speed. A 4-blade prop will give you better hole shot but decrease on your speed. A 3-blade is sort of a hit in the middle. 2 props, 2 blades fast, 4 blades hole shot, 3 blades in the middle. Depends on what you want. Most people stick to a 3-blade because it's sort of middle of the road, middle ballpark. But if you want a little bit, get on the plane a bit faster, go for your blade. But also, by keeping the same pitch, but going upper blade, so a 17 pitch 3-blade to a 17 pitch 4-blade, you will lose around 150 to 200 revs. So if that's fine tuning a little bit, you can keep the same pitch and just change to 4-blade. So let's have a little quick recap. The most important thing you need to know is that full throttle range on your engine, and you must be within there. Now what I recommend is, because no 2 days in the sea are the same. Some days I might take me out on my own, some days I might have 2 people on the boat, some days I might have 3 people and 3 fuel tanks. So the weight on my boat changes, and that does affect your wide open throttle as well. So if you get it to around the middle of that throttle range, you're going to be about right. So you want to aim, I want to be aiming for around 5,500-ish. So anywhere around 5.5, 5.6, anything from 5.4 to 5.6, I'm going to be happy. I'm going to be right. That allows me to take a bit of weight off. It allows me to put a bit of weight on, and I'm right in the middle. So I hope that makes sense. I'll do a little quick recap. So let's see what we can remember. So pitch, that is the theoretical distance that propeller will travel in one rotation. So if it's 19-inch pitch propeller, it will under one rotation move 19 inches forward. For every inch of pitch, your revs will change approximately 200 RPM. So if you increase your pitch by an inch, it will decrease your revs by 200 RPM. This is a rule of thumb, and it can change 50 revs either way as to the manufacturer of the propeller. But rule of thumb, 1 inch of pitch is equal to 200 RPM. So if you're over revving your engine, it's the same as being in first gear down a motorway. You want to increase the pitch of your propeller. So if you're 500 RPM over, you want to be coming down about 3 inches of pitch, and that'll bring you down 600 in, and you really want to be getting in the middle of your wide open throttle range. If you're not revving enough, if you're only at 4,000 revs and you need to be up at 5,500, then you need to get a much smaller prop, a much smaller pitched prop. You want to go down to say a 13 or a 15. There's a lot of things to play about with weight, balance, how high it is on your transom, how low it is on your transom. Obviously for heavyweight boats, you mount your engine a little bit lower. For speed, you mount it a little bit higher. So that plays a factor. But if you just stick to finding a calm day and go flat out, trim your engine to the optimum trim level, get it traveling as perfect as possible, and look down, what are my revs? If they are not bang center in the middle of that wide open throttle, you have got the wrong prop on and you are harming your engine. Hope that explains everything. It was just a quick video. If you like what I do, please do subscribe. I'm getting quite a few subscribers now, and I do enjoy it. I like the comments, so please like, subscribe, click the notification bell and all that malarkey. Any questions, or if you want to know any more, or if I haven't quite explained it properly, drop me a message and I'll give it another go. Alright, thanks a lot, take care, bye bye.